All of this, I am able to figure out because I know who I am. It's because like I am half Burmese, okay? For so long, I feel like for almost 24 years of my life, I did not realize it that actually, like my grandparents, they came from Burma. Excuse me, pardon me. They came from Burma to Nepal, and then they became Nepalese citizen or whatever, okay? And I did not realize it. And, everybody in the society used to call my grandmother Burmili, right? So this is the thing. I realize who I am. Okay, I am Burmili. Okay, I am not just Nepali girl that you're trying to manipulate or that you're whatever mother. Okay, and I repeatedly said this to her yesterday. I said like, I am Burmili Nepali. You are Nepali. You are fully Nepali. Your parents are Nepali. Okay, your mother born in Nepal, your father born in Nepal, but my father was born in Burma. My father's mother and father and his all siblings are born in Burma. So what identity do I have? I am Burmili Nepali. And this is what I was telling her repeatedly, and she got mad because she was like, how dare you know your identity? I hid it from you so that you will never realize your power, blah blah. I'm like, girl, I do realize my power now, okay? So don't come here. Be grateful that you had some good time with my father and he passed away and he don't have to see all your negative bullshit that you are, like doing to your own daughters. Thank God he's not here to see you. I feel like you must have been so bad to my father as well. That's how I am thinking, because like, how come every single time you are talking shit about my father? But anyways, guys, just wanted to come here and say that part because I know it's gonna piss her off. Because what am I? Say again, I'm a Burmili Nepali, so I don't care. I'm joking, you guys. I'm being funny. Okay, I'm gonna go now. For real though. Okay, it's a beautiful day, by the way. It's looking sunny. It's giving birdies outside. It's giving pigeons outside. Anyways, don't forget to love yourself. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, bye guys. Love you. All right. Hi, you guys and girlies. Good morning. It's pretty early today. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and I done my skincare. I got ready, and I decided why not like go on YouTube and talk about my last night conversation with my own mother and do a little witchcraft. So all the energy that she sent my way to like harm me, like all the bullshit that she caused in my space, energy space, just goes straight back to her. Thank you so much. Anyways, now I think the space is cleansed and all the negative energy that she sent my way is on her way back. Let's get started with the video. Okay, so what actually happened last night, okay? I called my own mother who, had me for 9 months in her tummy, who had to go through all her pregnancy, like maybe she did not enjoy her pregnancy while she was pregnant with me or any of my siblings because like she basically, always complains. I have not ever heard my mother be grateful, be happy. I feel like she's so performative for other people. She thinks that being the victim is so much better than owning her own mistakes and like becoming who she's supposed to be, for the daughters. Like, so I'm the youngest and I'm the scapegoat. I am also disliked by her other people who are in her life, especially from my mother's side. I lost my father when I was 15, 16 years old. And since that time, I was handed this adult people's drama in my life. Like it was so welcomed, every single time she is upset, she is sad, she talks shit about me. She talks badly to me too. Last night, I was talking with her. We were talking and she was asking me, it's every single conversation, mind you guys, every single conversation ends with me not sending her money. Every single conversation. And I told her, like, I understand you need money, but when I need money, you will never be able to send the money back to me. So all my money goes to me, to my career, to my future, to my coming, like, children, whoever, like, I decide, like, whatever. That's all for me. And you have not done anything. You have not put in any effort to deserve my money. I am an adult now. I do not blame anyone for any of my mistakes. I own it. I say, yes, I did it. And what? Okay? That's how I am. And I am adult, making adult decisions by myself. Nobody is coming in here filling my ears like, oh, don't send money to your mother. Like, don't look after your mother. Nobody is telling me that. I am an adult. I make my own decisions. Actually, I have been making my own decisions for a very long time. Since I'm in abroad, I have been making my own decisions. I was scared. I was made fun of. I was laughed at, blah, blah, blah. I was gossiped about, which I am still gossiped about to this day, because, I'm the scapegoat type shit. But everything I say, do, make decisions is for my better growth, my betterment. Okay, nobody is filling my ears. Okay, and if you are a mother and you are watching this video, shout out to you. If you are good with your daughters, if you are good with your children, you do not expect anything from them, and you do not make them guilt trip about all the things that you have done for your children. Okay. And yesterday conversation, everything about money. She started crying. She started sobbing. Okay. She started doing all this drama. Not because like she misses me, not because like we have a very, like pure, affectionate mother-daughter relationship. No, not because of that. She did not cry because of that. She cried because I refused to send her money. She is demanding I send her some money. She's demanding it. She's been demanding it. Since I landed in abroad, she's been demanding it from day one. I had $100 in my pocket when I came to this country. Okay. Now I'm a permanent resident of this country. I am so grateful that I got this opportunity to come here and, work by myself without any help. And yeah, of course, like my partner, he helps, and still like I feel like he's the person, but I don't want to put him to the pedestal and like, think he's the main character. I'm the main character, because you know what I'm saying, because I believe I deserve better. But anyway, so this is the thing. Okay, I've been in abroad for how many years? Almost 8+ years. Okay, it's counting, and it's not going down because I am comfortable in this country and I love this country. Okay, so the conversation I have with my mother goes like this. Hear me. Okay, I was how old? In my early 20s when I came abroad, and I'm in my late 20s. I'm almost about to, like, yeah. And this is not a joke, guys. Serious. Okay, very serious. In these 8 years, I have never ended a phone call with my mother without arguing, without her crying, shouting, lashing out, blaming me for everything. Blames me for everything. What have I done? Honestly, I have came to abroad, never asked her for any money, for my fees, for my rent, for my food, for the car, for any stuff. Never asked. And she still thinks like she deserves some money from me. No, she don't deserve. No, you don't deserve. If you are watching this video, I know you don't understand English, but anyway, I'm not gonna talk in Nepali for you because you do not understand any word I tell you. And yeah, this video is gonna remain in English. So anyways, yeah. And in that time, right, like when I came abroad with $100, mind you guys, $100. Not a joke. People come abroad with $3,000-$4,000 packed up. Few months for rent, few months for blah blah. It is not a flex. Let me tell you, it is not a flex to say that, oh, my children are in abroad. Your children are supposed to be with you, okay? If they are not in the growth, like, type shit, like they don't have, enough knowledge to make grown decisions, it is not a flex. You sent your child abroad and you are flexing it with every society member, and you do not maintain not a single, like, oh my god, like, how is this even possible to my mother? Like, she wants to blame me for everything. And when she blames me, the energy, focuses on my wrongdoings. Like, when I was not realizing my power, this is the thing I could not realize. This is the thing I, never saw, that why is she blaming me so much, like so much to this day? Like, she is old, she's growing old. It's been 8 years, and it's not only in these 8 years. When I was back in her home, she loved, shouting. She would shout at me. I remember I was sleeping in my room, and then she would shout to me, and she would, angrily. Every single morning was angry morning routine, because my mother was so angry that I would not go to her shop and open the shop and help her sell some, because she was owning the shop. But it's still like, I understand, like, whatever, like, yeah, you need to help your mother, like, she's a single mom, blah blah. But she was never single, guys. She always had a friend, a guy friend actually, who she claims he helped me for everything. He helped me for my education, he helped me to come abroad, he helped me to, be the person that I am today. She likes to play it that way, okay? And I'm telling her, if that person really helps you, I don't need to know about it. I don't need to, do things for him, because that's your person. That's not my person. And when she introduced me this person, I was very young. I was 14, 15 years old. He was already in my mother's life when my father was still alive. And I don't have any negative, sayings on that. And that is her power, because I feel for the longest she had this power, but not anymore. Because, like, I understand, as soon as she stops blaming me, or talking very negatively about myself in her family, that group, if one day she decides to talk any good thing about me, if one day she goes to her family gatherings and talks like how, Easter have achieved so much in abroad, she have never asked for no fees money, she is so beautiful now, she is not fat, she goes to the gym, she have a job, she have a career, she's a permanent resident of the country, she drives a car, she's grown so much, like, if she ever talks like this, all the people will have to believe her stories, because they have been believing her stories, because all the family members are her extensions, not mine. So if she ever talks like this positively about me, she's gonna be the problem. She's gonna automatically have to take the energy that she put on my energy, like, my body, my mind, my character for so long. She will have to take it back on her. And that's a energetic, karmic, spiritual work that she had been doing since I was 14, 15 years old. Like, I don't even know, because she was in her 30s while I was in that age. So, like, as a 30-year-old mother or woman, you decide, like, what type of role you're gonna play, what type of, like, persona you're gonna maintain. Like, she wins. And she been winning, but not anymore, because I'm like, girl, like, you never talk positive about me, you never talk, highly of me, you never, like, say any blessings to me without being so mean. Like, why do you feel like you are crying on the phone, arguing about I'm not sending you money? And I told you for the longest time that I don't want to send you any money, because you don't send me any money. That's the thing, isn't it fair? You don't send me any money, I don't want to send you any money, because, like, I need all my money here, because I don't have no relatives here, I don't have no family members here, it's me by myself. So I need all my money, like, I need backup. What's so hard about it to understand? But yet she starts comparing me to other people has been a thing of my mother since I was very young. person or young child, okay, comparing, oh, that child is better than you, that child's handwriting is better than you, that child is, first in class, that child have blah 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 long hair, blah blah, all this stuff. Comparing from a very young age, she done that to me. And yesterday she started telling, the neighbor, she sends her parents 2 lakhs a month. And I said, like, okay, she had different parents. She don't have you. Because look at you. Look at the way you behave. Look at the circumstances we had. We had to wake up to an arguing voice, angry voice every single morning, disturbing our mental health when we were in our prime, adolescence, like 16, 17 years old. You shouted because I don't even know. You could not take care of yourself. You never guided us. You never protected us. The time, when your brother slapped me when I was just I was like 15, I guess, at that point, 15, yeah, 15, 16. You did not protected me, and you compare that neighbor's daughter, her sending 2 lakhs a month, to this person, this, version of me who was not protected. And I don't feel, any type of obligation to send you any money. Of course, you want to tell the society, tell your whoever, there's a flex ritual in the, house. Like, no matter like how bad the relationship is with a mother, or in between a mother and a daughter, gotta send the money. Not happening over here. Okay, not happening. Absolutely not. And all this drama led her to say things that a mother should never say. And that energy as well, I send it back to her, telling me that I die in a very, pathetic way, so that I start missing my mother. I start calling my mother's name because I'm in such a pathetic situation. It's crazy. You don't say that to anybody. Like, okay, that is disgusting. You are disgusting. The way you said that with proudly, like making your chest so large and telling me that is so disgusting. Okay, like wishing so bad on me that you start telling me that I die the worst of the worst so that I miss you, so that I call for your name, is crazy. That is the most evil shit that ever came out of your mouth. I mean, like, you do say so much other evil stuff too, but that was worst. Also, let's not forget, this person, this mother, okay, cries that I don't send her no money, but I actually have sent her an iPhone, okay? It hasn't been delivered yet, with a person, right? I did not have to send her that iPhone, okay? I did not want to, but, she don't see that. She don't see that the iPhone is on the way. I don't have to do it. I keep telling her, I don't want to do anything for you, blah, blah, blah. You have your family. You have your older daughter. You have like older daughter's husband you really love. You have older daughters, like, a son you keep in the house with you, and you are feeding him with all this negative energy. I don't even know how your parenting is going, questioning your parenting again there, and yeah, proceeding to say that I don't send you money and you are so upset about like blah blah blah, but like not seeing that iPhone costs $800 too. Okay, like it's not necessary for me to do anything for you. Okay, I'm an adult, and you have never been helpful in my life. You made me question myself. You made me doubt myself. You made me hate myself. You made me, people please. You made me blah, blah, blah. You made me all the worst things that, a person becomes when they don't love themselves. But now I love myself. I am the main character. I am self-obsessed. I love who I'm becoming. I, own everything. I just treat myself as a goddess. I love me wholly, fully, deeply. I don't seek my mother's validation, and I think that's awesome for me. Anyways, isn't it so crazy? Like, this is, insane, to be honest, sitting in the car early this morning. And yeah, that's all. That's the conversation I had with her. And yeah, everything leading just to money, no real, none of that. And also, like, I remember her having a persona of me, like she wanted me to be a certain way, she wanted me to, yeah, be the masculine person in the family, but I am not the masculine, I'm the feminine. Okay. And if she disrespects my feminine energy and decides to say so much negative stuff, even so, to say that like I will never be able to have children and my sister's son will have to do all the death ritual for me is insane, is diabolical. Coming from a mother who carried me in her tummy, and she wants me to be blamed till I am in this earth. Okay? Because if she stops blaming me for some, dumb things that happened in the past, all the energy is going to focus on her, you know. And that's why I feel I need to make these videos, because I'm like, girl, what did I do? I didn't do nothing. Okay, I didn't do nothing. I have done nothing actually, like I came abroad, I kept studying even when I was struggling. I never went back home. I kept going, and this is the result of going alone. I became somebody like she could never manipulate, she could never control. I became this version who refuses to, like, carry embarrassment, blame, shame. That is never mine to carry, to be honest, And all of these things happened while I was very young, And these people, they never protected me. They never loved me. They never cared for me. They, blamed me. They traumatized me. They ran with a story, that I'm the bad girl in the family, or, I am the problem. But baby, I am never the problem. Okay, I'm never the problem. Like, look at me. I never asked my family members for a single dollar, and yet they expect me to send them money. Like, how pathetic. I'm never sending you a, you know, I'm never doing that. Even though I have a lot of money, I'm never helping you, because you don't deserve help. You deserve a mental hospital. You need to be in the mental hospital ward, and you need to check your goddamn brain. Yeah, and let's not forget, like, when I was first, like, in abroad, like, in my early times, I called my mother crying, telling her, the fees are $20,000. How am I gonna do it? And I'm not the type of person who's gonna work like 20 hours a day and be looking like who did it and why, and like, what I'm saying. And she told me, go die. She told me, go suicide. Go hop on, like, jump when a train comes, jump there and die, because you are a loser. She told me that. She told me, go in the ocean and dive in the ocean and die. She told me these things. And it's not just because she's asking me money and I'm refusing to send her money. There is so much that's been said, that's been, like, yeah, all of this stuff, And when a mother tells those things to a daughter who's in abroad alone in her early 20s, it shapes, her, yeah, whatever she want to feel towards this mother is 100% valid. And she don't have to do shit for this mother, because she don't deserve it, and she is such a loser. She failed at her motherhood. She praises the abuser who abused her daughter. Okay, she praises the abuser and neglects her daughter. It's interesting, and it's not okay to be that way for your daughter. Yeah, and what else? I think that's all, you guys. I don't want to, sit here and talk sad stuff. But anyway, this is not sad stuff, you guys. This is real things. This is a real world. Things happens, and it is never my fault that, my mother says or, like, feels that way about me, because I have a lot of, feelings for her too, but I don't try to blame her for every single thing. I take responsibility, I take accountability, and at this point I am super clear what I want with myself, who I am. I know who I am. So yeah, I just needed to come on here and make this video and let you guys know that if this type of relations you have and you think, oh, because they are family, we just have to be together, stick together, and the family is not doing shit for you, the family is not helping you, supporting you, helping you mentally, like physically, blah blah, you should not feel guilty for choosing yourself. Okay, also I just remember this thing as well. So she used to make fun of my mental health when I first came abroad. I was going through a lot, I was alone. I never received any support. The next day I had to be with people I didn't even know. I had $100 in my pocket. Okay, I could not even afford rent for few months, and then I settled down, and I like blah blah. It wasn't even like that. And when I came abroad, I had, I think, kidney stones, and I was like peeing like every like 4 minutes, right? So like the job that I actually, this is what happened. Okay, so I landed abroad, all right, and I was picked up. Next day, I'm at people's house. I don't even know who these people are, and they found me a job, housekeeping. But every single person in abroad can tell you, hear me out. Every single person in abroad can tell you, just by doing housekeeping is not gonna get you nowhere. It's not gonna help you pay your fees. Okay, you need to figure some other jobs that is going to pay you, and you need to be smart and do things that gonna help you get that degree, get your career established in abroad. Okay, you cannot compare your journey to other people's journey who have their husband, their wives in abroad. Okay, if you are single watching this video, do not compare your journey with anyone. And this is the thing I tell people, like, learn to love yourself. Okay, learn to accept the money, like learn to like when you come abroad. Okay, like, so when you come abroad, you are young, you don't know any better, but I am telling you, learn to value your money. Okay, just because you are making so much money do not mean that you have to give all the money to your parents. Learn to save it for yourself, invest in something, learn to manage your money, budget your money, do something for yourself, right? So like one day when you need money and you ask from your parent, they're just like, how am I going to give it to you? I don't have it. My mother, she said that to me. So I don't think like many people have mother like that, because nobody in my circle I talk to, I'm like, yeah, few of them do, but then like so many people have amazing mothers, and it's so wonderful to see positive mother-daughter relationship as well. I love that. Of course didn't happen for me, but I love to see that. Anyways, what else? Oh yeah, I did say, like, she did make fun of my mental health, and she still calls me like a witch, she, yeah, but like, which I don't mind. I am a witch, I'm a goddess too, so how we doing, it's fine. That's why yesterday when she was like giving me all these curses, she was cursing me like how badly I should blah blah blah, and she was like, I am a mother and my curse are gonna come true because I am a mother, I carried you, and I was like, okay, well, it's not gonna come true because I'm a witch, as you said, and I'm gonna send all the energy back to you, and you're gonna suffer. Your people who you love are gonna suffer, not me. Because like, why are you cursing me when I'm like literally here, sending you iPhone, and I'm refusing to send you money? That's why you're so mad. Like, you don't care. I was in Nepal. After 6 years I went to Nepal, and I could not even sit in the same room with you for more than 10 minutes because you are so negative, your energy is so negative. Isn't it telling you something? Nobody is manipulating me, like nobody. So her only thing is blaming other people. Oh, like, this person must have said don't talk to your mother, or you must have a new mother, you must have a new parent. And I'll be like, yeah, duh, because you are failing to be a mother. So of course, if other woman comes into my life and like loves me, supports me, motivates me, inspires me, she's gonna be the mother, because you're failing at motherhood. Is that making sense? Right? And all the people who you cherish, all the people who you laugh with, they're your people, right? And you tell me these people never ask about me, these people loves me, you claim that, right? Where is the money? I'm an adult. Don't tell me stuff that do not matter. What matter is you, mother. What matter is you, not those people. Do not always try to put the energy and attention to other people. Look at yourself. Look at me. Okay? Time is changed. You are somebody else I would never want to be. Okay? You have never inspired me. You have hurted me. You have repeatedly told me lies. You have, you made me fear, to even go back to my country. Even after 6 years I traveled to Nepal, it was my own decision. I wanted to go to Nepal. Okay? You never helped me, you know? It's very sad. It is. And in this, abroad journey, going through everything, and then like, here is your mother. Like, I don't even know what La La Land she is on. But yeah, I hope she gets some help, because she definitely have some mental problem. And yeah, get well soon, and leave me the F alone, because I am not playing no games with her. And any curses that she sent me, return back to her. Any energy, any negative energy, like, she sent my way, returns back to her through this video. And yeah, thank you so much for listening, you guys and girlies. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.